Lions TV, this is your post-match analysis video for yesterday's outstanding 3-0 win at the Den against Sheffield Wednesday in the final game before the international break. It was a win that we needed, and there was a Neil Harris lap at the end of the game as well. We're going to talk about that in the show. It's definitely got tongues wagging amongst the fan base. As always, let's kick off the show by taking a look at the 11 that the gaffer picked to start the match. And so it was only one change from the team that drew last time out in the league against Hull City, and that was new signing Josh Coburn straight in to the starting lineup in replacement of the injured Tom Bradshaw. And what an absolute difference Coburn made. There was brilliant performances all across the pitch, and for once it was hard to pick a man of the match in a good way, not in a bad way. There was absolutely brilliant yesterday, at it from the first whistle, aggressive, on the front foot, flying into tackles, not letting Wednesday settle on the ball, good in possession, exciting coming forward, players running beyond, and a real togetherness as well. Just, the Den was rocking yesterday. It was absolutely brilliant. It does feel now like our season has finally kicked in. When I say finally, we're only 4 games into it in the league, right? We've lost 2, yes, but only both games we've lost by 1 goal. Right, we've not been hammered like Wednesday have twice now, like other teams have been. And 4 points from our last 2 games and 2 clean sheets in a row. And you've got to credit a lot of that to that man, Big Jaff at the back. And of course the goalkeeper as well. And Cooper looks a million times better with Tanganga alongside him. That's no disrespect to Hutch, but Tanganga brings just a little bit of youth, maybe a little bit of freshness, and in turn breeding confidence into Cooper, knowing that he hasn't got to be like it all focus and all eyes on him. And I was pleased for Cooper. So I actually had Cooper to score first, the Millwall to win the game 1-0. I'm pleased it was free, and I bet didn't come in, and we didn't have shitty bum time and all worrying for the last 5 or 10 minutes. It was a strange feeling yesterday, knowing the game was done and there was nothing that could go wrong. As we know, it's Millwall, and it wouldn't be surprised if Wednesday scored 3 in injury time. But I'm pretty confident yesterday. I mean, he didn't really get near the goal. Anything Jensen had to do, he did well, and I thought he played well in the game, and I'm pleased for him now. That's back-to-back clean sheets, and he looks to have put the opening day disaster behind him. So we start the game, all right, and it's the team pretty much that we started against Hull, as I said, other than Coburn coming in. He made a real difference. He got us up the pitch. Them long diagonals, they do work. They can work if you've got the right man up there, and they don't just keep coming back. He was backing into people, bringing it down and linking people in. Even if he wasn't winning it, it was dropping, and the second balls were getting picked up by our midfielder. And I'll get some things right, okay, and I get some things wrong. Romain Esse was outstanding yesterday. He was like prime Barcelona at times in that second half. The flicks, the tricks, the link-up play, the 4 or 5, 6-man moves that we put together and scored goals from. It was absolutely brilliant. So I'll get things right and I'll get things wrong. I mean, everyone on Cooper's back. All right, I've got that one right because he's still a good defender in my opinion. The goalkeeper, I actually stuck up for a goalkeeper for once. He's a good goalkeeper. It's not a competition. I'm not going to get everything right and I'm not going to get everything wrong. Same as you, same as a manager as well. You know, it seems like a competition at times. I'm up for criticism and up to be shot down. I do get that, but people seem to take much pride in, you got that one wrong about Esse, and I'm glad I got it wrong. I'm I'm hoping to get the bad ones wrong and the good ones right. That's the plan, and then we can go up the league and try and get promotion. Where we are as a team is very, very hard to scope at the minute, if I'm honest. I started in the summer thinking we're going to fly. Then obviously no one coming in and it being, why is the season starting? We haven't signed any players. 2 defeats, 7 goals conceded. I started to think, fuck me, we're going to be in trouble. And then all of a sudden, as I said, 4 points from our last 2 games, 2 clean sheets, things are looking up again. And Neil Harris will always get it right. I'll talk about the gaffer's lap of honour at the end. There's loads of rumours going about. I'll hopefully try and put a few things to bed in this video. Okay, so the game starts, and as I said, we was on the front foot, we was brilliant, we was aggressive. Everything you want, I said it won't work with Honeyman in that 10, and it won't work with Watmore on the left, who's now the EFL Championship top goal scorer, and Esse on the right. I said they need to be on opposite wings, but we was clinical yesterday. We deserved that win without a doubt. Wednesday really threatened us. I think they had a free kick from Barry Bunyan then over the bar. That was about it. And we was definitely on top, but if you actually look at it, we didn't create a lot in the first half. We had that one where Ryan Leonard put it into the side net, and from our side we could see it wasn't in. Half the cold blow, and literally all the kitchen I thought it was in. Everyone was up and cheering. But really there was lots of pressure, there was lots of balls into the box. and it weren't quite falling for us, or soft headers over the bar, and that's not a criticism. That's just the way it went. Wednesday stood firm in the first half and kept us at bay, but I was confident at half time that in the second half, shooting towards a cold blow, it was always only going to go one way. And we scored 3 goals, okay? 3 very good goals, 2 and the corner, but even that was well worked. We was very clinical yesterday. Other than the 3 goals we scored, and again, this isn't a criticism, other than the 3 goals that we scored, I'm not really sure we had loads of shots. Their goalkeeper's not made loads of saves, but I would say it's a positive. It's good. We was clinical in front of goal, and we don't say, fuck me, we couldn't hit a barn door. We've had 8, 9, 10 chances. The Terminator always says that they need to get their shooting boots on in training and get practicing. So everything went to plan yesterday. Everything was brilliant. Brilliant performances across the pitch. If I had to pick a man of the match, it has to be Casper de Norre. And again, you might be saying, well, you got that one wrong, because I used to call him Casper de Ballon d'Or, because like I said, I don't think he's the player you'll think he is right now, which, in my defence, he wasn't at that time. And now you are seeing the best of de Norre, and he was absolutely fucking brilliant yesterday. The Tanganga just munches everything up in the box, on the floor, in the air. Nothing gets past him, throwing his body on the line, getting knocked over in the process, and at the other end as well, which will lead into our second goal. But we got the breakthrough eventually, and it came from debutant Josh Coburn. My God, I wouldn't have mind paying €3 million for him, especially as he's fit at the minute as well, which is going to be another video about our new striker, Mihailo Ivanovic, probably later today, if not tomorrow. I'll cover that signing and his current situation. He is injured, and he's out of a metatarsal injury for around 8 weeks. So something's not right here. Transfer deadline day, and it went on and went on. He didn't get announced, and he actually got announced. Once I finished streaming for 12 hours, they decided to announce it once I was in the queue at the drive-thru McDonald's, the 24-hour one down the road. There's been a massive backlog of videos, just so much is going on this week. I am actually genuinely starting to struggle to keep on top of it after that silly 12-hour stream I decided to do. Thanks for tuning in, by the way, if you did. Over 16,000 of you throughout the day and night tuned in. But look, getting back to the game, the first goal, it's a brilliant move. In real time, I've done Big Dunker disjustice, because I thought he shot and it sort of come off the inside of a leg of a defender and ran, fortunately, to Coburn. Now I've seen it, obviously, in hindsight and the benefit of the highlights this morning. He tries to get it across the box, and Coburn does what a good striker should do. Right place, right time, following in, puts it into the roof of the net. I thought he was going to go over at one point, and he celebrates right in front of us. Absolutely brilliant, delighted for him. We tried to sign him permanently. Again, I haven't done a video on him, which I may still well do now the international break is upon us. I did do one before we signed him, but I haven't done one since he signed. I said the backlog yesterday. I managed to film the Zian Fleming one in the morning, and then I had to get going down to the Den for a 20-man Royal Rumble on the pool table and double pint mash for a man's that's in the box before the game. But yeah, Coburn, we've got him. He's got that championship experience, and I know Mihailovic is injured, and I'm shitting on the next video I'm going to do a little bit, but I feel that, it's not the end of the world. I don't think that Mihailovic will come straight in anyway. Mihailovic? Fucking, I'm getting like Captain Kev. Mihailo Ivanovic. I feel that Coburn can be that perfect foil. He can learn from Coburn, who's lived in the country and has played in this division, is similar age to him. And Coburn, you can just see he's got that experience. He looked like a player way beyond his years yesterday. Even the goal aside, before he even did that, I thought he was having a brilliant game. And even the balls he wasn't winning, like I said, he was getting something on it, and it was coming down and dropping second balls, which allowed us to get so much higher up the pitch. He scores a good goal, as I said, wheels away, celebrates in front of us, and then we really started to get on top. The second one comes not long after, 3 corners in a row, third time lucky. There was people dropping like flies in the box, the ref blowing up. The ref, by the way, yesterday was absolutely fucking useless, and he was determined to fuck us over, but he just couldn't, because we was that good yesterday. I've gone from possibly definitely one of the worst performances I've ever seen from a Millwall team on Tuesday to one of the best without doubt in recent years. As I've seen against the team in the same division as us, corner eventually comes in. Joe Bryan, it's not the best corner. It goes into the front post, it bounces, and Big Dunk's there, right at the right place, 2 yards out, smashes it home. As I said, 5 goals for the season. Now the EFL top scorer. I said Duncan Watmore was finished. Remember, I'm just a fan. And I was buzzing when we signed Watmore. We've now got the Watmore that we signed, the Watmore that I used to see for Middlesbrough. And as I say, confidence is massive in football, and long may it continue. He's looking dangerous. I don't know why he's not ginger anymore either. He turned up with a ginger skinhead, and now he looks like Kevin De Bruyne. He's playing a little bit like him as well, scoring more goals. Yeah, brilliant. And then erupted again, celebrating right in front of us. In hindsight and on reflection, if you're a Sheffield Wednesday fan, you're going to be fuming because the gap that Joe Bryan had to hit for that corner, maybe Joe Bryan did it on purpose. He saw the gap. And they was too busy trying to wrestle our players to the ground and not focusing on their positioning. And there was a massive gap that Joe Bryan puts that corner into. It bounces in front of the front post, goes right across the box. And as I said, Duncan Watmore was in the right place at the right time to fire in the goal and put us 2-0 up. After that, it was one-way traffic, but again, we didn't have loads and loads of shots. Again, I'm not knocking that. I'm just telling you what I saw, and I'm actually quite pleased and impressed how clinical we was in front of goal. The third goal eventually came, and it's a really good move. It's Casper Denor who starts it. He plays it wide to Saville, continues his run. Saville at this point's got a change of shirt on, and he hasn't got his number on the back. I didn't think he was allowed to do that for one, and for two, can someone let me know in the comments what actually happened? I don't know why he changed his shirt. I'm assuming that he'd ripped it or that there was blood on it and he'd taken a knock, but I didn't see him take a knock. So as I said, let me know in the comments below, but it doesn't matter. His feet were doing the talking. Denor carries his run. Saville threads it through to him. Denor gets the byline, like I keep saying, get to the byline. People run beyond. And he cuts the ball back, but you don't just cut it back. He stands out perfectly for Coops, who's at the far post, under challenge, gets the header, hits the bar, hits the line, or goes behind the line. I saw it was in, and I keep forgetting, I know like they got VAR in the Premier League, but they've obviously got Hawkeye across all divisions, so it would have been given anyway. I think the last Hawkeye goal we scored, was that Sean Hutchinson once in a 1-1 draw a few years back? It bounces out, and then Langstaff follows up. I'm pretty sure Langstaff's attempt went over the line as well, and their goalkeeper clawed it back. Of course, Cooper's not scored for a while, don't score as many as he used to, don't score as many as we now like, but I would have rather it been given to Langstaff to get him off the mark and get a bit of confidence. He's not having much luck, bless him, but I'm sure he'll keep plodding away. And the goal is given. It was 3-0. If you saw a clip I put out on social media from the live stream, you sort of, oh, was it a goal? Yes, it was. And it was the icing on the cake, and we get the job done. 3-0 at the Den. Then, of course, it's full time. And Neil Harris comes on the pitch with the players, and he sort of does a little bit of a lap of honour to the fans. Now, I'm going to start out by saying, obviously, that's our first win of the season. I'm going to secondly say, I can't tell you whether he does or doesn't do that anyway, because to be honest with you, because I do the full-time reaction. So I'm not really paying a lot of attention to what's going on the pitch. I'm trying to focus on what I'm saying and making sure that the video's right. So let me know again in the comments, did he used to do that anyway? It was our first win of the season, like I said. And people were saying, my dad run with us all in. And he went, yeah, I'm speaking to a couple of our fans at fishing this morning. And they're saying they reckon Neil Harris is leaving because he did this lap of honour. And I said, you know what? Loads of people said, I'm not breaking any news here, by the way. And I'm not hopefully going to get myself in the shit by saying what I'm saying. I'm sure you've all heard rumours, discussions, and reading between the lines and assuming and probably getting things wrong like we all do. I'm talking about all of us, not just me. There's talk that we didn't sign these players. Why haven't we signed these players? And Harris didn't field. He put 2 goalkeepers on the bench against Bristol City and against Portsmouth. He only named 6 subs when he could have named 7. And people were saying on WhatsApp groups, etc. We think that's a protest from Harris, that he's not happy with something. So I'm not saying there is anything going on. I don't know anything. All I'm saying is, I'm just telling you rumours that have been going around. And as I said, it's not breaking news. Everyone's talking about it. So if the club want to come at me for it, which I hope they don't, because I'm building relationships with the club, I'm not looking to cause any negativity or anything like that, because I think we're in a good place. I think we're in a really good place. I feel that Harris has brought back really, I said the other day, like a non-league club, like the feel of it, you know, it's so close-knit. I just feel like there's a real togetherness in the community, feel more than ever at the minute, and yeah, like we're sort of really got tight and close with the players and knowing what's going on. Everything's going well, in my opinion, but as I said, I'm just telling you what people have come to me and said this morning, what I've seen people talking about on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Someone sent me something off the House of Fun. And of course, as I said, Harris naming these 2 goalkeepers on the bench against Bristol City and only 6 against Portsmouth. Is it a protest from the gaffer? I've said before, I can't see that there's an issue, okay? I have said that in previous videos. I don't think there's been a row between him and Gallen. I don't think he won't get on with Gallen because, I mean, I know I might be wrong. I just think that Harris is in. Harris has been at the club for as long as he's been. look, you can see behind me, the guy's he is Millwall Football Club, he's an icon, he's a legend. Biggest player we've ever had at the club to go and do what he's done now as a manager and saved us last season, took us up in his first team. It's Roy the Rover shit, you couldn't make it up. So I would assume that they would, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm assuming they would consult Harris when they're bringing these people in. You know, Harris was here first. Harris is Millwall Football Club. Gallen's come in as head of recruitment. I would have thought he had some sort of say in that process. So I don't think they have had a row. But I'll tell you this. By the way, upstairs things have changed. Of course, the tragic passing of John Berylson. Now, I don't know what's going on in the ballroom. Does James Berylson get complete say? Does Harris now have to answer to a board instead of just JB? I don't know. But all I'm going to say is this, okay? I'm with Neil Harris. I will back Neil Harris to the hill. Players, directors of football, board members, they come and go. I always say that, and fans are forever. Well, I include Neil Harris in that as one of us. So, as far as I'm concerned, if there is any unrest behind the scenes, and I don't know if there is, I'm not saying there is, and I'm not spreading negativity, I stand with Neil Harris on it. It would be tragic for us if he was to leave. I don't know. Honestly, it would be a massive, massive mistake if he was to not be in charge anymore, but also not have an overall say, a bigger say in things going on. People always say, before, well, don't bring Harris back as manager, give him director of football because he understands the club so much. And he bollocked the players and he apologised to the fans after the Leyton Orient game when he said some of these players need to understand what it means to play for this football club. So if he is answering to a board or to Steve Gallen or things are getting done over his head, then he's fucking wrong. But again, I'm not saying that is happening. I'm just saying everyone's talking about it on socials, etc. So, and then the lap of honour yesterday really sparked things off. So it's no fresh news. I'm not breaking anything. But my old man got questioned by a couple of Millwall fans. Like, does your boy know anything? And he was like, no, it's just... He didn't know my old man until they told him. He watched it on iFollow. These old boys were at the game yesterday and now they're trying to catch a few carp at Monk's Lake. But yeah, look, that's the post-match analysis done. I love Neil Harris to death. I don't want him to go anywhere. I'm pretty sure he isn't. But just, that's my input on what I've seen on social media. So that is your post-match analysis done. I hope you've enjoyed it. It is the international break now. I'm actually smiling. It's never a good time. We never seem to go into the international break. If it had happened before Saturday, it would have been good for us. Now we've had a fucking brilliant win. We've got to wait 2 weeks to play our next game, which is home to Luton. Am I right? Oh, let me know in the comments. I'll check on my phone in a minute. But yeah, there might be videos going out here and there. Matt Smith interview is out already for YouTube members. It has been for about a week. Advert free. It's going to go out on Wednesday night at 8 o'clock for the public YouTubers. I'm going to do an Ivanovic video as well because when I was filming this video today, the camera cut off halfway through. So I've edited the first bit. Now I'm editing the second bit. You'll only see it as one video. I'll piece it together. But memory was full after going and filming an advert the other day for one of our new sponsors, Erie of Scrap Metals, as you can see on the screen. So yeah, international break. There'll be an Ivanovic video out tomorrow. And the Matt Smith one out Wednesday. We will get then debating over the break as well, but I'm going to try and take a couple of days off and rejuvenate and try and recover still from that 12-hour stream and a good few beers and an absolutely brilliant day at the Den yesterday. We was rocking all over the world. Have a good week. Enjoy the break. Please subscribe to Lions TV. Come on, you Lions.